So, it is now the biggest main event happening at Extreme Rules. Hey, Mean Matt here. Yeah, we got treated to two shows close together once again because SmackDown was live yesterday, so I thought instead of doing just a Raw review, I would now do two reviews at once. And what an interesting turn of events that we have here. So the show kicks off Raw with Brock Lesnar coming out, being introduced by John Laurinaitis, saying that it's going to be Brock Lesnar and John Cena at Extreme Rules. So that prompts John Cena to come out. Now, the thing that interested me last week about Brock Lesnar debuting and giving him the F5, it actually meant something. You know, it was a statement. I know that Brock Lesnar didn't talk or anything, but it was a statement. This week, John Cena came out and bitch slapped Brock Lesnar. Well, actually, that's not true either. He came out and said something like, "Thanks for last week," or some shit like that, and then bitch slapped Brock Lesnar. Okay, so then after that ensued a brawl by the two, which ended up as everybody from the locker room coming out and breaking up the fight. Now, while Brock Lesnar was plummeting John Cena, he managed to crack John's mouth open, and of course, his lip was bleeding. Hey, does anyone remember blood? Wow, it's been a while. So then we had Santino Marella and Brodus Clay take on Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger, and of course, they won because of Brodus Clay. I mean, look at him, he's a huge guy, so maybe they're gonna think about having Brodus and Santino as a tag team. I don't know. But it just seemed really interesting now. Then R-Truth came out and defeated Cody Rhodes, the former Intercontinental Champion. And then we had Lord Tensai take on Yoshitatsu. Now we saw Albert, or Lord Tensai, return or make his debut. And of course, Yoshitatsu, if anybody watches the Off the Rope show on YouTube, knows that they wanted to have everyone on Twitter twit that they should have Yoshitatsu be a bigger star in the WWE. And it was sort of like their prayers were answered, except that he was demolished by Albert. Okay, so then Mark Henry came out and defeated CM Punk in no disqualification. It was kind of, well, not really. It was a Chris Jericho thing. So, yeah, there was that. Then Alberto came out. Alberto Del Rio defeated Zack Ryder. I mean, who thought that Zack Ryder could actually do that kind of a job? Of course, Alberto almost lost. I mean, we thought Zack Ryder had hope. And then Kane came out shortly afterwards to interrupt the special guests of Raw, the Three Stooges. No, I mean, a certain person didn't like the fact that Curly, or Will Sasso, who is, or was the cast member of Mad TV and all sorts of stuff, but also he is a huge wrestling fan. And a certain person that I saw, and I'm not gonna name who, um, did not like the fact that he came out and did what I thought was a pretty damn good job of impersonating Hulk Hogan. The thing that got to me was, I wonder how Dixie Carter and TNA are gonna take this. Hulk Hogan hasn't been in the WWE ring for years. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then shortly after went into the TNA Impact along with Ric Flair, which was an ultimate slap to the face of Vince McMahon. So, I think that this was kind of fair game. Okay, I don't watch TNA all that much, but I'm pretty sure that they would have some kind of mimicry of WWE. I know they poke fun at WWE once or maybe twice, but I thought this was pretty good. And of course, I am a fan of Will Sasso, at least Will Sasso, who did Mad TV. So yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. And then John Cena in the main event defeated David Otunga. I don't understand why people have to put so much grease on their body. They look like a fucking roast, but that was kind of the way it was. I mean, David Otunga is jacked up a lot, so I mean, there you go. I was a little pissed off though because David Otunga beat the shit out of John Cena, or for what it looked like. He gave him a couple hard elbows, and of course, just like Randy Orton, he decided to go to his prototype days and, think nothing of it, and then defeat David Otunga, which is pretty stupid. But then, the saving grace, Brock Lesnar came out and F5'd John Cena after the match and then stared at him. So, if you're gonna ask me, okay, what's my favorite match gonna be? Who do I want to win? Who do I want to win at Extreme Rules? Well, there you go. I believe it should be Brock Lesnar. I am fully support of Brock Lesnar. Always have been. Even in his UFC days. Besides me supporting other guys like George St. Pierre. But anyways, so SmackDown kicked off yesterday, to my surprise, because I heard that there was going to be a Legend Blast from the Past thing. So I'll just do a quick scan of that. I missed the beginning, so yeah, I'll watch it on Friday, obviously. But so John Laurinaitis came down and kind of gave Sheamus a talking to, and saying that his temper was out of control and all that other bullshit that heels should do, accuse others of going on. It's so Vince McMahon, Steve Austin, and there's a fine, blah blah blah. And then Daniel Bryan came out, and the basic jerk off, having the AJ come out, and who's still hot, man, So she came out, and then Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, came and told her to go back, and she did. That was afterwards. No, first we had Randy Orton versus Mark Henry. Again! And I know and a double count out that was. Yeah. Um, oh, yeah, because Kane choke slam Cowboy Bob. Okay, I missed that part. Alright. Um, yeah, we had WrestleMania, and Kane beat Randy Orton, and of course Randy Orton went boo-boo faced. So they had a rematch, and Randy Orton won. I don't know why they needed a third match. Then Ryback came out and defeated a local wrestler. Um, yeah, there you go. That's kind of how that was. Riker, I kind of like him. He seems like he could be a future champion at one point or another. Then the Usos came out and defeated Heath Slater and Tyson Kidd. So, you know, I don't remember seeing the Usos ever win a match. But now hopefully they'll get a chance at being the champions. And then we had Piper's Pit because it was. So this is how it happened. Because we had Piper's Pit. And Daniel Bryan came out, and of course called AJ out, and then AJ, looking as hot as ever, you know, tried to defend Bryan, and of course Roddy Piper would have none of it, and then, you know, Daniel Bryan telling her to get out of the ring, and she did, and then I thought John Cena slapped Brock Lesnar was bad. Holy shit. No, actually, Bryan slaps Roddy Piper and fucking beelines the ring like a coward. But whereas Daniel Bryan is the heel, that should happen. But anyways, I digress. So then we had a 6-person tag match. The Great Khali, Alicia Fox, Natalya versus Drew McIntyre, and Brie Bella and Nikki. Alicia Fox pinned Nikki, so that match was kind of fair. And this is where I started watching the show, because Hunico defeated Hacksaw Jim Duggan by disqualification. Oh, because of Sergeant Slaughter came out and the whole American thing, and you know, how dare we have Hispanics on TV? At least that's what I got out of it, which is fine, you know, whatever. And Dusty Rhodes came out and interrupted his son, Cody Rhodes, talking about the Big Show. Now, I think what should have happened, because we had Cody Rhodes and we had Dusty Rhodes, why not have the 3 family members together? Why not have a match with Cody Rhodes and Goldust? Why not do that? That would have been cool. That would have been really cool. Then we had the main event, Mean Gene Okerlund. I don't know, that guy must be like 81 or something now. Anyways, he teamed up with Sheamus to take on Daniel Bryan and Alberto Del Rio. And the match, of course, ended in all the celebrities coming out and kicking ass. So, it there you go. That was SmackDown. That was a pretty good SmackDown and a pretty good Raw. I can't wait to see what happens next week. So yeah, pretty cool. I like to see more of Lord Tensai, and maybe have a tag team championship match, maybe a triple threat match. The Usos and Brodus Clay and Santino versus Epico and whoever, whoever the tag champions are. See you later.